Welcome to question 4 of the 2013 Mathematical Methods Exam 1. In this video we will be looking at the solution and examination advice for this question. A reminder that this video is in no way endorsed by VCAA. So we are asked in question 4 to solve the equation sine of x on 2 is equal to negative a half for x is an element of 2 pi to 4 pi. So first of all, using a unit circle, we can identify where sine is equal to negative a half. And we know sine is read off the y-axis and the pattern goes root 1 on 2, root 2 on 2, root 3 on 2 in the negative direction. So we can see we need the smallest angle to give the value of negative a half, and that these are the two quadrants where sine will be negative. So this angle here that we are interested in is pi on 6. So halfway around the unit circle is pi, which we can write as 6 pi on 6. So 6 pi on 6 plus pi on 6 is 7 pi on 6. And if we're in this position here, this is 12 pi on 6. And if we subtract pi on 6, we have 11 pi on 6. So what does that mean for our question? That means that we want x on 2, the part that is inside the sine function, to equal either 7 pi on 6 or to equal 11 pi on 6. And next we need to get x by itself, so we're going to multiply every single term by 2, and that will give x is an element of 7 pi on 3, or x is equal to 11 pi on 3 when we multiply that through. And now the thing with these sorts of questions that we need to do now is work out if we've got all solutions within the required domain. And to do that, it can sometimes help to sketch a graph. And to start with, we're just going to sketch sine of x on 2. So for one period of the graph, it is going to look like this. And now if we calculate the period of that graph, for sine and cos, that is 2 pi on n, where n is the coefficient of x, so in this case n is equal to 1/2. So we'd find that the period is equal to 2 pi divided by a half, but instead of dividing, we're going to do 2 pi minus the reciprocal of 2 over 1, which equals 4 pi. So that means that this graph takes 4 pi to do one full cycle, which means this position here is 2 pi. And if that is y equals sine of x on 2, and we also sketch on y equals negative a half, which is in this position here, we can see there's only two solutions here and here that we are looking for, and they are in fact 7 pi on 3 and 11 pi on 3. So they are the values we were required to find for this question. And now from the examiner's report, we can see that this question was generally well done, with 47% of students obtaining both marks for the question and 31% of students making some progress on the question. Many students identified a base angle of pi on 6, but many could not identify the correct quadrants and the domain restriction for this question. So they are two things that you need to do when answering questions like this. And now it may be useful to sketch a quick unit circle to find the correct quadrants that you're looking for. And time permitting, it may be useful to draw a small graph to help work out the domain restrictions for the question, and in particular how many solutions you're expecting for the equation.